Hello, welcome to Podcast 4, where we will continue in our module looking at the birth of modernities, science, democracy, and capitalism. Last week we dealt with Galileo's Siderius Nuncius and John Locke's Second Treatise of Government, and this week we'll look at Adam Smith's Wealth of Nations and Charles Darwin on the Origin of Species. Let's deal with Adam Smith's Wealth of Nations first. So the connection with Locke, we looked at chapter 5 on property and looked at that as a proto sort of idea of capitalism. So Locke states there that labor, putting one's labor into something creates property. And it's more the rational use of labor which creates the idea of property, because the rational use of labor is an exercise of individual freedom, which then secures a type of societal freedom. Turning to Smith, as we look at the text here, Smith's coming almost 100 years later will develop this idea of labor, and he'll start his whole text on it, and he's going to start his text with the idea of the division of labor. So the division of labor is a more rational use of one's labor, right? It's cutting labor up into little parts and letting other people do it, and then combining this divided labor into a socially cohesive whole. So this division of labor argument, Smith will maintain, is a more productive, efficient, and profitable idea of labor. And it will lead to, he doesn't say this out loud, but the implication is that, like Locke, this will lead to to ideas of freedom, or a greater sense of freedom, liberty, equality, and justice in the economic realm, but also in the greater social, political, and democratic realm. So he's going to look at this idea as the division of labor. The division of labor is based on an idea of the state of nature. So he takes a chapter from Locke in this sense, that he establishes an idea of the state of nature, a speculative idea as always, saying that the division of labor is based on the state of nature of our trade and barter mechanism.